We're kicking off summer with lots of new choices at the Team Automotive Group. Save on everything new during the Memorial Day sales event happening now at every location of the Team Automotive Group.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good morning.
I want to be where the fishermen are. That's a line that I kind of changed up a little bit.
It's very fitting considering the opening weekend for Little Mermaid.
That's right. It was good. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
Matt stars in it next to Halle Bailey. You got to see it.
I'm a gigantic oyster. This, however, what a good-looking shot. And literally, we got a guy sitting down wetting the line, a guy walking out on the pier, the dock there, and wetting the line, and it's a good day. We got another one over. They're all out at the False River doing some fishing.
It's a good way to start out this Monday.
You're right.
Of course, on this Memorial Day, thank you to you and your family members, especially those who paid the ultimate price, those who've served. We're going to talk a little bit more about how to honor some of those individuals later on today, but it is a slow start to this Monday.
It is. We've seen the drive out there, and there's like nobody out there. But here's the thing. If you are going to get out and about, you need to know the forecast. Meteorologist Jared Silverman's been in with us all morning long, giving us a look ahead to what's to come. And for some folks who may have some breathing issues, pay attention today.
Yeah, absolutely, Liz and Matt. Thank you so much for that. It will be the second consecutive day that we've got air quality issues out there because of the light winds, the heat, the humidity, and then you pair that with a little bit of smoke up in the sky. So that's definitely going to affect that. 72 degrees. You are looking live at that beautiful shot over the False River. A little bit on the cloudy, dreary side this morning. We're mild, we're muggy, but we should mix in a little bit of sunshine later on in the day. 91, that was the high temperature yesterday. 89 now. That's where we should be this time of year. And the record for today, 95, set all the way back in 1921. Not going to threaten any records, but we could get into the 90s, especially over the next several days. There's that air quality alert that's in effect from now until midnight. It is orange. That means the air is slightly unhealthy for sensitive groups. If you have any kind of upper respiratory ailments, or if you're asthmatic, you may want to just limit your outdoor exposure. It's not in effect to the northern and southern half of the viewing area, but everywhere else, that is until midnight tonight. As I mentioned, we kind of have all the ingredients in place, one of them being the surface smoke, and over the next couple of hours, as we get into the afternoon, there's Baton Rouge. We see a little bit there. Going forward, 7 p.m. early evening, still a little bit of smoke. Sometimes we can see that it looks like a little bit more cloud cover. Not always the case. Sometimes that kind of hazy sunshine that we get. As we go through the overnight hours, though, it begins to go away. It subsides, and then they'll allow that air quality alert to expire. Whether or not we're going to need another one for tomorrow, we're going to have to play the waiting game and wait and see. We've got a lot of clouds, a lot of moisture in place right now. I think what that really did is it helped to keep the temperatures up overnight, because we really were supposed to drop into the upper 60s this morning. We're not. We're warmer than that. Remember, the cloud cover at night kind of holds that heat in, kind of like a blanket, same kind of deal. There's a look at that area of low pressure. That was that non-tropical low that the National Hurricane Center was starting to look at last week. Of course, there was never any chance of any development there, but we are definitely getting closer and closer to hurricane season. Not much moisture support here over the next couple of days. Nothing in the tropics as we keep our eyes on the tropics. And oh, by the way, we are going to have our 5th season hurricane special. That's going to be right here on Channel 9 at 6:30 p.m. That's this Thursday, because Thursday is the official beginning of hurricane season. The normals you see in the first column, the second column, the National Hurricane Center and their predictions. The third column, Colorado State. They're kind of infamous for that as well. And what they're forecasting is a near normal season, maybe even slightly below normal. That's what Colorado State is suggesting. And it looks like it will be an El Nino season. So we're going to talk more in detail about that this upcoming Thursday. Check that out on 9 News. Meantime, I agree and disagree with what we're seeing on the graph model. Disagree because they're only going with a high of 84 today. Definitely going to be warmer than that, upper 80s to near 90 degrees. But I agree with the picture that they're painting here with a couple of hit or miss showers and thunderstorms. Looks like a better chance the farther south you go. And this is a typical summertime weather pattern where every single day, whatever we get, if we get anything, going to be brief, going to be light. And there it is, around 4 p.m., 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Freeze it up again on 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Wednesday, and then we'll freeze it up again Thursday, once again 4 or 5 p.m. And what you're seeing here is barely enough to wet the ground. So hold on to your outdoor plans. They should be good to go. Over the next 7 days, it's not really populating right now, but you're really not looking at that much. Really, I would say little or no rain expected over the next several days. The Memorial Day forecast looking pretty good. We'll eventually get some sun sun mixed in with the cloud cover and 90 degrees on that high temperature. Then for tonight, our overnight low, kind of like tonight, mild, muggy. I'm remaining optimistic that we get down to 69 degrees for that overnight low, and the chance of rain basically goes right back down to 0. Then in the 10-day forecast, that kind of wishy-washy time of year where we really can't zero out the chance of rain. It's very hard here this time of year to go with no chance of rain. So the first half, we've got a bunch of 10%ers. Then in the second half, a bunch of 20%ers. And it looks like we're going to be living in the lower 90s for the foreseeable future. So welcome to summertime heat. Welcome to air quality issues. Welcome to hurricane season in a few days. And welcome to the unofficial start of summer. That is your Memorial Day Monday forecast. We'll send it back to Matt and Liz to look at the roads, which are pretty empty.
That's very indicative of a holiday on a Monday. Let's start here, get you a look at I-10 at the City Park Lakes, where you can see traffic picked up a little bit more in the last 30 minutes. Matt, you see a couple more cars rolling there on I-10, but still not too much traffic.
The lake's looking like glass right now.
Yeah, it does.
I-12 in Sherwood Forest part of the world. You're right. I think it's gone from about 10 to 12% drive out there. So not looking too bad as you kind of get going. The big bridge looking pretty good as well as they kind of get going on finally on a Monday morning. But yeah, looking okay. Nice and smooth out there if you got to hit the roads anytime soon.
Of course, we do anticipate a lot of folks making their way back home to start their work week again tomorrow. So if there are any accidents, we're going to keep our eyes on this. But I tell you what, no accidents here out on Falls River. People start in the morning fishing on this beautiful Monday morning. We'll keep you posted on all things in the world of traffic.
It really has become Memorial Day, Liz. There's kind of a tale of two holidays. For a lot of folks, it is the beginning of summer, right? The beginning of the travel season, summer travel season, getting out there. But this Memorial Day obviously has a much, much deeper meaning than that. We
are thanking all of the folks who have served in our part of the world. A lot of them, you can never say thank you enough, especially when you talk about remembering someone who has given their life. And so we're talking about a number of ways to honor these individuals today. But first, we do want to remind you that one important way to do that is by sharing a picture, sharing the story with us. 9reports.com is the website you're going to go to here. This is what it looks like when you go directly to that website. As you scroll down, you're going to see this bubble called Memorial Day. You add your media in there, and that way we can see some of these beautiful memories. Nelson, Alvin, Kellen, fallen military photos many of you have shared with us. We'd love to keep sharing these throughout the day. You can see 2 people have sent us some photos over the weekend, and we'd love to keep sharing those stories today. So 9reports.com, Matt, we love hearing about service member stories in our part of the world, and the stories just never stop too. So we'd love to honor you in whatever way we can.
I love seeing the red, white, and blue flowers. And you can just, but yeah, there's so many different stories out there to be told. So yeah, to Liz's point, send them in. We would love to share it with everybody. You can find a number of different stories at the website and in your 9 News app. Speaking of service and being remembered, there's actually a Baton Rouge native who's going to be remembered today, honored in a special way in our nation's capital. Is a Lance Corporal and was killed in action back in 1990, Operation Desert Storm.
Today he's going to be honored in Washington, D.C., and we're going to keep our eyes on that ceremony and bring you moments from that as he gets honored today. We can never highlight that service enough. And if you're looking for a number of local ways to partake in that, we actually have a number of things. From Baton Rouge to Ascension Parish to Port Allen to Zachary, there are a number of different places where you can participate either in a ceremony today or kind of quietly reflect on your own. If you and your family would like to go out, we did a story out of New Orleans today from the World War II Museum. Good day to take the kids down too.
Great opportunity to get down there and kind of maybe learn some lessons on this day, this Memorial Day.
Yes.
Okay, actually, you got to pay attention to this because we've been talking about this man for a week now. There's actually a prayer service planned for a missing man from the Scotlandville area.
I believe it's Mr. Roland Christopher Banks, 54 years old. He was last seen at his apartment over there on Avenue K in Scotlandville, but a lot of folks worried about him. He was in a car accident earlier this year. Hangs out a lot at the Jewel J. Newman Community Center. Well, they haven't seen him there in a while, and so tonight at 5 o'clock they're hosting a prayer service where they're really asking folks to come out and try to find him and pray over him.
You're invited if you'd like to join in. Again, 5 o'clock, Jewel J. Newman Community Center. This is going on actually late last night, right? This is West Feliciana Parish Sheriff's Office saying they were alerted by the Coast Guard, who was alerted by a towboat of a boat crash. When they got there, found one person injured. but one person's still missing?
And that's the latest from Wildlife and Fisheries Office, who's also helping in the investigation. West Feliciana Parish Sheriff's deputies say that they're going to be out there continuing the search while the other person is in a trauma center recovering. We don't know the identity of either of those individuals at this point. We're just waiting for updates. We've reached out to them to see what they can tell us at this point, and right now they're just looking for that other person.
Over the weekend, this continued to be a thing as well. Yeah. Man found shot to death in Tangipahoa Parish, actually a front yard in the village of Tangipahoa. 18 years old, again, a shooting death in Tangi.
Yeah, 18-year-old Calvin. And so if you know anything that happens, they're asking you to call the Tangipahoa Parish Crime Stopper. So it's not the typical number we give you, but if you have a tip, call them and they can forward your call to the right people. But they're really looking for answers in this investigation, trying to move forward here. A rough weekend, Matt.
And because look, this is the same kind of situation going on in Baton Rouge. A couple of deadly shootings, 2 deadly overnight shootings under investigation from this past weekend.
That's why we're showing you this map here from the 2 different incidents. One near Main Street, one on Brookstown Drive. 2 different individuals. 2 dead here.
Kidding.
So we've got 3 individuals and 3 people in our viewing area, 3 active investigations where police really need your help to call in with something. You'd think with a quieter holiday weekend, more people may be at home, maybe you saw something, maybe you heard something. Any little tip, you could be eligible for a cash reward, but it could also bring some kind of justice, some kind of closure to this family.
I'll tell you what, with all that going on, let's end it right here. Try to put a little smile maybe on your face, that kind of thing. This is the LSUsports.net website. A lot of track athletes moving on to nationals now after a busy weekend. LSU Baseball, they found out last night that they're going to be one of the 16 regional host sites. We're going to find out this morning if they are one of the top 8 seeds, meaning the ability to maybe host a super regional if you win regionals. We'll see. It was a successful day for the SEC. They got half of the regional sites.
All right.
Yeah.
Something to keep our eyes on today. All right, and we will let you know, of course, in our later shows. But Jared, and for folks who plan to spend this day, maybe out on the water, maybe outside in the backyard, maybe visiting a local cemetery for the Louisiana National Cemetery, it's going to be a good day, a hot day.
Yeah, it really is, and this is the unofficial start of summer. We've got so many summer-like things going, the air quality alert, and a lot of summertime heat.
Yeah, very typical pattern. That 10-day forecast just looks like, I mean, it's
20% chance of
90, 91, 92. What are the lows? 70, 71, 72. Chance of rain? Yeah, 10 to 20%. Like you were talking about earlier, just stamp that thing out because, we know that pattern.
Rinse and repeat, yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, make sure you have the water and the sunscreen with you. Traffic's not too bad on this Monday morning, but we're going to keep our eyes on all the things.
We will. And actually, we're going to keep doing that for you for the next, a little bit as we kind of run through this Monday morning for you. We still got more to come. We're going to see you in about 10 minutes over on the mothership, right where Jared is standing right now. So 10-minute break, and then join us again. We'll step you through all of it, or at least step you around it.